Hey everybody, this is Linda and welcome to Lenny P's Place. Today I wanted to show you the Traveler's Notebook journal that I made for a swap over on the Facebook group Sophie's Notes. For this journal we were to make one signature, use 10 pages, fold it over, so it's got 40 pages altogether. It was to be 4.5 by 8 1/4. And I used my Porch Prints Shabby Christmas kit. Shabby Pink Christmas kit, I think is the name of it. And it's from my Porch Prints. I think I said that already. And the rest of the stuff in here was from my stash. I made a little purse for it to go in, or a little bag. And I made them to match as best I could. A few things are different. I'll just tell you about the little bag that I made, and then I'll show you the journal. I'll do a flip through of the journal. Like I said, I used my Porch Prints Shabby Pink Christmas, and I just love the kit. It's so pretty. It's just beautiful, and it is the colors that I love. So I went through my stash and found some fabrics that I thought matched, because I didn't have anything Christmas that actually went with this, the colors. So I matched up best I could. I think I did pretty good on it. So I used a placemat for the base of this bag, and then I lined it with some of the fabric that I chose to use in the journal and trimmed it off here the same as the journal. And I used the same picture, but this one, the journal has paper image on the front, and this has a fabric image. I didn't think about using a fabric image when I was making the journal, but when I got to the bag, I thought, well, maybe I should use fabric. And then behind it I put a little piece of thin felt, just to give it a little puffiness. And then I used some of my vintage eyelet trim along each side, and then I used some vintage crochet trim around the image itself. On this one, I used a different vintage crochet trim because I didn't have any more of this to go on this. I used my very last bit on here, which I'm sad about because I really, really loved this. It was my favorite, but it's gone, and so I'll use this now. So then the back is just kind of plain. I left it kind of plain. I just wrapped the fabric around, and I used some vintage embroidery trim there, as I did here. So they're pretty much matched up, the best I could match them. And then this was a different color of cloth that I used here, fabric. It was just, I really don't know what it was. I don't remember what I used on here, but it was like an old scarf, and I think it had like a crochet on both ends, and it was just, you know, plain in the center, and that's what I used to make the journal cover out of. But this was the placemat, and I stenciled on both of them, and then I added my stamp here, and I laid the sari silk down before I put this on so that it would hold it in the back. So that is that. And since I've already told y'all about that, and I put my stamp there, I don't really need to go into too much detail about the cover because I've already told you about it. I did use one of those pens. I wish I would have had a silver one, but I only had gold. And I used 3 vintage jingle bells there. And then down here I made a yo-yo flower. And put a vintage button on it. And tied it with some embroidery floss into a little bow there. So that's the cover. I think I covered everything on the cover. Not very funny, am I? Okay, anyway. So then I used a picture out of an old book that I had, and I put it there. I just thought it was cute, and this says Christmas is coming, and that's from the kit. I put 2 pockets on the front and just put some journaling spots and places to journal in there. And then here I did a collage, and this opened, and it's a file folder. Put that in there, and then that's from the kit. And then this was from the same book as this, and it's just about the mistletoe. So I thought that would be interesting to, how do I have that in there? Read about. So that's the first page. Got a string. Where's my scissors? You know, you always have strings when you sew. So anyway, I put some vintage lace down here, and then I made a tab here, and this says "Angels Watching Over Me." So I thought that was a nice little charm for the very front of the book. And then just some more, I made a flip out from the, is that what you call it? A flip out? I don't know. I'm not that good with the terms. Anyway, I made that, and then this is the paper from my porch prints. I used a piece of graph paper and made a ruffle from the fabric that I used. Here I put another little ruffle up here. It's not vintage. Neither is this down here. This is from the kit. Then this is a little postcard seed packet that I didn't put anything in. I left that blank. And then this is a piece of paper that I dyed, and I think I used food coloring. It's been so long ago I can't really remember, but I think it's food coloring, and I added some Lindy's Stamp Gang into it that sparkled. So it's got a little sparkle to it, although I don't think you can really see it on camera. This is from the kit. I added a doily that I dyed with the food coloring. This is a piece of onion skin paper and a Christmas tree music sheet. And this is just a little image I had from my stash, and that is too. And then this is a piece of trim here. I like that. It looks kind of like candy cane to me. And then this is another piece of my trim on coffee dyed paper, and another tab with a charm. It's a wreath, Christmas wreath. And this is from the kit. And in here is a little paper from a little book I had. It's a poem. It's Christmas Everywhere. And then I put some coffee dyed paper on the back. Get that back in there. And then on this side, I have a pocket here. And I put 2 tags in there. Well, a tag, and this is just a little, it was a tag, but I left them together and made a little journaling thing out of it. And this is an image that I already had. This wasn't from the kit. And I put stickles around it. And my favorite stickles is Stardust, and that's what that is. It has a little pinkish purple tint to it, and I just love it. This is an altered paper clip that I made, and I hooked it onto this paper, music writing paper, whatever you want to call it. And this is another little coin envelope, and it has just some little tags in it that I stuck in there from the kit. It just slips under like that. And then I added some trim down the side here. And this is the back of the altered paper clip, which you could stick something under there. I didn't, but you could put something under there too. And then here is another piece of the paper that I dyed, and down this I put a piece of ribbon, and then added this glittered ribbon on top of it. And it's so pretty. I wish I could get the camera to pick it up, but I know it's not going to. And it's just got pink tints in it. It's almost like the stickles I used. I love it. And then it's over here on the belly band. It's another little image from my stash, and a piece of a crochet doily that I just had and stuck it down on there. It's not even, it's just there. And then I used another journaling card under there. Here's another tab with a Christmas stocking on it. And then here's an envelope from the kit. And this is a 1953 Christmas seal. And this is just a little booklet I made. It's nothing, and it's just a extra journaling spot. And then I cut a slit in here to close it, which, there. I just love that little girl. She's so cute. So cute. And so that goes there. And then I just added a couple of things from the kit here on the back. Another place to journal with another piece of my vintage eyelet trim and a pink velvet ribbon. Here's some glittered embroidery trim that I think came from Hobby Lobby, I think. This is a tall journaling spot. I'm not going to take it out. It's kind of hard for me to get it back in. And then on the, I used the same vintage trim with the velvet ribbon there. Here's another tab with a snowman on it. This is, oh, I forgot to show you this. Let me come back and show you. I added to the bottom of the strings these little cute little, I think they're ornaments. They look like ornaments to me, and they have little star sequins in them, all different colors, and they're so cute. I just love those. And I also added a piece of sari silk down the center here just to reinforce it a little bit better. Okay, let's go on back over here. This is from the kit, and I printed this on some of the fabric paper. It's not paper if it's fabric, I don't guess, but you know, it goes through the printer and then you peel it off the paper. I used some of that. And then I put my favorite Stardust stickles on it. This is a little, just a little booklet I made. A couple pieces of paper in it. And added a little piece of ruffled fabric and a little braided piece of trim that I found in my stash. This is the words to deck the halls, and I collaged on the back so you can journal on it. And then here is a fabric flip that I made using the fabrics that I used in the journal, with the exception of I used this vintage crochet trim along with this vintage piece of a doily. I made this yo-yo flower, and yeah, that's it. And here is, put that back, another little pocket and another image from my stash. This a little collage thing I made. This is from my Porch Prints kit, and this is an image that I already had. I made 4 tags. Well, I used 4 tags, but you know, they're from the kit, and I added little piece of doily on each one of those. And then here I found this piece of very thin fabric, and I don't know what it was off of, in my stash, and I ruffled it up and made a little trim for the edge of this page. Another charm, and this is a star. Here's a tuck spot with a little girl from my stash, and this Merry Christmas comes from the kit. And then I just made a little tag. Here is a pocket I made from the other side of the Oh Christmas Tree paper. Has a velvet ribbon down here, and then some of the fabric that I ruffled along the edge there in the middle. This is just a journaling spot from the kit. If you hear my husband, he just went out on the porch, and I think he's talking to somebody on the phone, so you might hear him in the background, but I'm going to wrap this up in a minute, so maybe you won't. And then here's the other side of the doily. This is another pocket I made, and this Noel is from the kit. All of these things here are from the kit. And this is a little envelope that I collaged and used an image from the kit with a little lace behind it. And it's just got some ephemera in it that was left over from the kit. And then another trim at the top here. Here's one of those Tim Holtz, I don't know what you call it, I can't remember, little embellishment holders or whatever, tag holders, I don't know. Anyway, I filled it up with tags and tickets and stuff from the kit I thought was cute, and added Christmas here. And added some trim here. And the last tab is a little angel, and it says made for an angel on the back. And another little piece of trim down there. And then this is the last page. This is the pocket on the back of the cover. And I put 2 pockets back here as well. They just kind of run all the way through, you know. And in these pockets I added some ephemera that was left over from the kit, and that's about it. So thank you for stopping by and taking the time to look at my Christmas Traveler's Notebook that I made for my swap partner, and I certainly do hope that she will like it. You know, I always stress over swaps because I always think that maybe what I'm making is not really good enough, and I would hate to disappoint somebody. So I hope that she will like it. I really enjoyed making it, and I might make some more of these. I think they're really cute. Not a Christmas theme though. I don't do much Christmas, so it was hard for me to come up with enough stuff to make this with. So I hope my lighting's okay. I just looked over at my monitor and it's not looking too bright in here. It looks a little washed out, but hopefully it's good enough for you to see what I did. So thanks again for stopping by. I so appreciate it. I'm planning to have a giveaway soon. I might wait till after Christmas. I'm not sure yet. So you can be looking for that. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. So stay well and be safe. And bye for now.